if we could get as big as it would be possible for a band like us to be big, that would be good. Like the next Arcade Fire, that's the goal, basically.
I'm looking at you with my best eyes, and I wish you could tell. I wish all my kids would stop dressing up like rich in hell. I'm locked away in a high-tech wraparound, translucent blue-tinted fortress, and you cannot fucking touch me. I'm invincible in these
A lot of things we do are sort of are referential musically to things that we think are kind of funny, or something that we think is seriously very good. It all ends up in the pot, which ends up in the pie, and the pie in that case is the music, and the pot is the band.
I'm a surprisingly smooth talker, and I'm addicted to these sunglasses. I'm invincible.
It's not enough to just pretend like those boundaries don't exist. It's more about accurately portraying the emotion of a moment when those boundaries don't feel like they exist, when something that someone might deem as low culture or whatever becomes a very profound symbol of your state. There were things specifically that we learned that we definitely wanted to keep, and things specifically that we had done in that group which we wanted to try not doing.
So for an example of that would be like less improvisation during sets. So for example, like when we would first start, some of the songs, the structure would be there, but there would be room for improvisation, whereas now there's very little, if any, room for that at the moment. They're very structured, which was not necessarily the way that the previous band worked.
Leave your search ring in the cabinet and fuck me like you mean it. This time I said I'm more than adequate. Leave Kanye out of this. Leave your search ring in the cabinet.
As far as Windmill is concerned, like that was a really, really important introduction for us in the early years of coming into London. Really good scene evolving around that venue. We then got onto Speedy, like meeting Dan Carey through that venue, but the Windmill is probably more important to us than our connection with Speedy Underground, I'd say. The Windmill is a very welcoming environment run by a guy called Tim Perry, who has been able to allow all sorts of people to meet and perform in a way that they want to. People are allowed to, take on this kind of curatorial position that that isn't so easy for younger bands to achieve in most places. Everyone's very supportive of one another. There's no real negative rivalry between anyone. There's definitely like a slight positive pressure that everyone gives one another because we're so well connected, because of venues like that.